know where you're going? Do you know what's going on? Are you going to be able to say 20 years from now, look, this is what we plotted out? And look, to be real, sometimes you just do not fully know, right? And that's cool. Man, at some point, you really got to ask, what am I here for? What am I doing? One of my greatest fears is getting to the end of my life and looking back and wondering, man, what just happened? And not really knowing what happened. Like, the thing is, since a youngster, I've always hung out with older folks. And that's allowed me to really be able to look into their life and see, man, what do I want to take from their life? So when I get to that point, I don't have to lack it. And then also, what do I want to not do? And by the grace of God, the majority of the examples I had was what to not do, right? So since a youngster, I had to start making a decision, right? Because once you start understanding, you have you can make a decision once you understand, right? Like I'm telling you right now, I'm bringing awareness to you right now, and you're gonna have to make a decision. You can say, I can go that route. You can say, I wanna make a move on that. Or you can go ahead and say, you know what, that ain't for me. And guess what? If you continue to pass things up, you continue to hear things, God continue to try to talk to you, continue to try to make you a certain way, continue to try to, say, hey, look, I'm giving you a hand so you can go move this way because I really got this for you. But you continue to pass it up, guess what? Your life is gonna pass you on. So eventually you gotta sit down and say, look, God, I'm really curious to what this is all about. I'm telling you, in our society in America, we move so fast and we, this and that. And many of you, when you sit down and look at your life, like you really haven't done anything. You've just done a bunch of things and you just move, you're making a lot of movement, but no progress. So why not go straight to the core, get right at the foundation before you get moving and see where are we going? If you are going in the ship and you don't know where that ship is going, you're gonna get out there and get lost. And surprisingly, many of us are living our lives that way. So I wanna ask you, if you sit down right now with your life, with yourself, and you bring God in, do you know where you're going? Do you know what's going on? Are you gonna be able to say 20 years from now, look, this is what we plotted out? And look, to be real, sometimes you just do not fully know, right? And that's cool. But don't be out here wasting time doing things that are not gonna move you forward in the right direction to something that God may be calling you for. Because that time is gonna come when it's the end. The time's gonna come when there's no more. When I sat in the jail cell, that's when it really hit me. When I had to say, man, I lost my freedom now, I'm done. Right? That mistake I made, like that's it. Now I'm here. I can't do anything anymore. And that's gonna be the same way when you're on your deathbed and things are over. You cannot make a decision then. It's over with. So you need to decide right now with this time that I do have, what am I gonna do with it? Because time is your greatest asset. Forget about the money. Forget about, all the fame. Forget about what clothes you're wearing. Forget about all of that. And sit down and strip yourself from all that and ask God, what's good? What am I gonna do right now? What is my life supposed to look like? And go out after that diligently and get at all you got every single day. Because you don't have time to waste. So what, you only 18? So what, you only 20? You need to give it all you got because you start to develop the skills necessary today. It's not about when you turn 31 or 40 or whatever you're dreaming about. It starts today. And guess what? You start to face the challenges that come with it because once you decide to make a decision, that's when the enemy knows. And guess what? It's gonna get even harder. It's not easier now because you finally found it out. So why delay the process? Why wait? I wanna really encourage you, like right now. Get started with that prayer. And the thing is, you gotta really seek it, right? Because in Matthew 7:7, it says, ask, seek, knock, right? It's a process. So you have to start asking right now. When you cut this tape off right now, start asking, God, what is good? Like, I don't wanna be lost and I don't wanna look back on my life and you play a picture to me and I'm looking at some guy and I'm like, whoa, I missed it. I'll play a video over here like, look, this is supposed to be you. You helping many people with your gifts. I designed you a certain way, but you were too busy. Every time I try to sit you down and bring somebody to you, to show you, to get you to understand, you were too busy for me. And now your time is up. How sad is that? And many of us go to the grave with that. I promise you, I'm not going to the grave with that. I promise you, my children are gonna know that they need to sit down and discover their gifts. I promise you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to break that identity in my family, to break that money chasing, no life type of status in my family, right? It's done with. I promise you that. But I want to help you as well to know that you need to really sit down because the end is closer than you think.